To me, mental health is like, if you're not okay within yourself, like mentally, and you don't feel comfortable with certain things, or if you feel held back by something mentally, then it means that physically you can't do it either, and you're being held back by something that you can't really control physically, and it can be quite, you can have quite a lot of despair, because it means you can't physically see it, and so you might think it's not even there, but it's all like deep within, and other people might not be able to see it. And so if other people can't see it physically, or they see a smile on your face, they think you're okay, but they don't understand what's happening. Only you can really understand, or people in very similar positions, exactly what it is. I didn't even know what was happening with me. I didn't even know that I was having panic attacks. I just knew that I wasn't right. Panic attack, like, you'd know if you had one, and it's the worst. I'd rather be throwing up than having one. It's the worst feeling, and people don't really understand that. You want to be sick, you want to faint, you can't even speak, you can't even think, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you're sweating all over, your mouth goes dry. It's like everything at once, and it's really horrible. At first I felt quite ashamed, and especially because I didn't know what was really wrong with me. I just thought something's not right, and I'm gonna be like this forever. And I just saw no way out, and I saw myself being trapped, and I couldn't tell anyone, because they'd all say, oh, everyone gets worried, everyone stresses about exams, and that's what I thought, and that's how some people did react. And I was a bit, I had quite a lot of despair, because I felt helpless. So I went to my head of year, and my head of year told me to go to my doctor, and so I went to my doctor and told them about what problems I'd been having, and then I got referred to CAMHS after a while. When I come to CAMHS, I see a woman called Rita. So normally she comes out and she greets me with a big smile, and she's really, really nice, and I couldn't think of someone more that makes me feel more comfortable. And when I sit in there, and she'll always ask me how I am, and it's nice to hear that she really cares, and she's not just asking anyone. Whereas other people feel cold, she's just the opposite of that. She's warm, and I can see that she really empathises with me, and she's not just asking how I am just for the sake of it. Before I came here, I had no idea what CAMHS was at all, but I spoke to one of my friends, and she'd heard of it, and she told me what it was all about, and I was really sceptical, and I was really, really nervous, because when you have anxiety, it's something that sparks more anxiety when you have to go to a new place and speak to someone you've never met before. So I was really sceptical, and it was really nerve-wracking the first day I came, but after that it just got easier and easier. So at first we used to work on breathing exercises and thinking of my positive place. So for me, that was a place I'd gone on holiday, and I could just close my eyes and think of it. Or she used to tell me to think of when I'm acting on a stage, and that's when I feel the most accepted and the most worthwhile, I'm worthy and part of something really great. And thinking about that when I'm having a panic attack really helps. It makes me think about everything I was doubting, and it makes me not doubt myself as much. What Rita's taught me is that once you can deal with the physical aspects, so once you can get your palpitations down and you can get your heart rate normal and you can breathe normally, then you can start to think clearly, and then your actions are linked to your thoughts, which link to your behaviour, and that's what the triangle between the three, and that's what cognitive behavioural therapy is, which is what I do with her. So when I first started coming, I didn't see the progress right away. I didn't see within the first couple of weeks how much better I was feeling. But in the long term, looking back, I see how much it's helped me become more confident in myself. And I had problems I didn't even really know I had. So I knew that I had anxiety, but I didn't know why. And Rita helped me to figure that out, and she worked with me. And I never would have been able to do that alone. I haven't had a panic attack for a long time, and I never thought that would ever be possible. Nowadays, it's much less taboo to have mental health issues, and since like so many people have to live with them, it's not that rare anymore. Well, it was never rare, but now people know about it. At first I didn't tell anyone really, but it became quite difficult to hide if I was going somewhere after school or if I was doing something. So I decided just to tell my close friends, and they were completely great with it. Like, they didn't, as I said, they didn't all understand it, but they were really like accepting and really kind about it. I've told teachers at school, or some teachers like no, and they've been so accepting, because even though they've wanted to do whatever they can to help, they don't have the right things to help me that CAMHS does have. So they want to help, and that's the same with my parents and my family. They all want to help, but they can't help me in the way that CAMHS does. So just bringing me here is like they're helping me. I'd say to speak to people around you and to try and come as early on as possible, because you may think that you're not like worthy yet, or your problem's not big enough maybe. But if you feel that you have got something that's not making you, enjoy life as you should, or live it as you should, then that is a problem. That is big enough to make you come here. And if you do come, the person you see won't ever look down on you, or they won't make you feel like your problem's small. They'll understand you, and it will be like, you might think it's the most uncomfortable thing, but it becomes so comfortable, and I really don't know what I'd do without it.